Hey guys, in this episode we're going to remove the B20 engine out of the Volvo 245 because we're going to swap in the 1UZ engine which came out the Lexus LS400. My girlfriend is going to help me, who's a bit camera shy. Who's standing over there. What I already did was make sure that the car is completely leveled on the lift. Very important, because when I'm going to make some engine mounts, I want to make sure that the engine is completely straight in the car and not on an angle. When doing a project like this, always use these bags. These are actually IKEA bags. That's perfect on a Volvo. Swedish bags on Swedish cars, perfect. You can label these and you know exactly where the bolts came from. We got the bonnet off, and a lot of you keep saying, Luca, you're saying Volvo wrong. It is Volvo and not Volvo. Well, Volvo is Dutch, and that's why I'm saying it. But for you guys, Volvo. Volvo. I'm hoping I'm saying it right. As you can see, mark everything. Then you know exactly where the bolts came from. There's really not that much coolant in the system, but as you can see, the radiator is also pretty small. It has a fairly large core, so maybe we're going to reuse it, and otherwise we're going to use this Lexus LS400 radiator. Electronics on these old cars, it's so easy. There are just a few wires, so we're going to find out which wire goes to the headlight and which one goes to the engine. Once we found out which one goes where, we're going to remove all the engine wires, and we're probably left with like one or two wires which goes to the front, and then a very clean looking engine bay. We're on to the last things, now removing the bolts for the drive shaft. After that, the shifter assembly, and then we should be able to take the engine out once we also loosen the engine mount. And this drive shaft, it's so small. I'm probably going to get a newer type Volvo 240 drive shaft and install that, because this doesn't look like it's really rigid, and we're like tripling the horsepower on this thing, so maybe a bigger drive shaft is necessary. Oh, I'm exhausted. I've just pushed the car back inside. We gave it a quick power wash, or quick, we actually took like 1 hour to clean this thing. All of the oil and grease, etc. Everything is gone, so it's a lot cleaner to work on, which is always very nice. One of the tensioner bolts on the 1UZ is stuck, and you can rotate it like 4 to 5 times, and then it's absolutely stuck, and you feel it, that has torsion on it. So the top is completely still, and on the bottom you can rotate it. So if you do that like 1 or 2 times, the bolt's going to snap, and that's going to set us back quite a few days. And I'm 2 weeks off from all other projects and work, and I want to finish this project within a time span. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now put some WD-40 on it, let it soak in, install everything back on there, and we're going to do it probably within a few months. And the timing belt actually looks really new. So 1UZ is in, and the thing I immediately spotted was that the oil sump isn't going to fit. So what I already did, I let a friend of mine laser cut a complete flange for the sump, and we're going to make a DIY sump. We're going to convert the front sump to a rear sump. That way the engine can sit back way more than it is now, and everything should fit. Just for looks, I got the grill back on and this thing on top. On the inside, I made sure that the gearbox won't drop down. Some wood across the tunnel. Then I've tightened the gearbox to it. Here on the front, it's sitting on the subframe. So now let's lift it up. And as you can see, I really want this engine to come back further around Yeah, 10 centimeters. Game plan, we need to make a custom oil sump. That way we have a rear sump instead of a front sump, which moves the engine back like 10 centimeters. Then once that's done, we can make custom engine mounts. Both of those, the custom sump and custom engine mounts, will be in a complete kit that I will be selling on my web shop, because I want you guys to also have a V8 in your car. There are no 1UZ swap kits for a Volvo 240 or I believe any Volvo, which is a shame because these engines are cheap, reliable and sound really good. Moving the engine around 10 centimeters backwards, we can do that in two ways. One is make a complete custom sump and move the sump over to the rear. The other option would be to change the front sump, cut it here, and then we're taking like 8 centimeters off, make a flat plate behind here. With the stock position, there's give or take 6 centimeters of plate, which you can take off. That's quite a lot, but I think I want to move this over next to the oil level sensor. The sump is off, and I think this is a perfect ending for this video. Next video, I'm working on the oil sump. We're going to make a custom oil sump and probably the engine mounts. I really hope you're just as excited as I am about this build, and the best thing is, I'm 2 weeks off from everything, so hopefully I can finish the project within 2 weeks, or at least get it driving, which would be absolutely perfect. If you like the project, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.